Michael Phelps become the greatest Olympian in history. He's going for his 10th gold medal.
Which would separate him from everybody else as the most decorated gold medalist in Olympic history.
Watch the intense race that made Michael Phelps a legendary athlete while crushing the competition.
It's going to look like a race early on for about 150 meters, and then all of a sudden, he's going to make these guys all look like boys.
15 meters left for Michael Phelps. Olympic gold medal number 10 in his sights. He's going to stand alone in Olympic history. Is it going to be a world record? Yes! The greatest Olympic champion of all time.
There are champions, and then there's Michael Phelps, a man who didn't just win races, he dismantled the very concept of human limits. Over the course of 5 Olympics, he became a living legend, capturing 28 Olympic medals, 23 of them gold, an achievement so extraordinary that many scientists and sports historians now consider him one of the greatest athletes in human history across any sport. Phelps wasn't just a swimmer, he was a biological anomaly, a man engineered by nature and honed by relentless discipline to dominate the water like no one else. His story is a blend of raw talent, unparalleled physical gifts, unbreakable focus, and personal battles that nearly cost him everything. This is the full journey of Michael Phelps, the superhuman who turned the swimming pool into his empire and whose mysterious biology still puzzles experts today. Michael Fred Phelps II was born on June 30th, 1985, in Baltimore, Maryland, the youngest of 3 children. Growing up, he was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 9, a challenge that left him restless and struggling to focus in school. But it was in the water where he found his sanctuary. His mother, Debbie, enrolled him in swimming lessons to help him burn energy and learn water safety. What nobody knew at the time was that this hyperactive boy would become the most decorated Olympian in history. By the age of 10, Phelps had already set a national record in his age group, a sign of the greatness to come. Phelps's physical attributes defy traditional proportions. Standing 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan, his body is perfectly designed for swimming. His size 14 feet act like natural flippers, while his double-jointed ankles allow him to bend his feet 15% more than the average person, increasing propulsion. Even more shocking, Phelps has extraordinarily low lactic acid levels, meaning he recovers from fatigue faster than his competitors. His torso is unusually long for his height, giving him the buoyancy of someone much taller, while his legs are relatively shorter, reducing drag in the water. Scientists have studied his physiology extensively, calling him a once-in-a-lifetime genetic masterpiece. Phelps wasn't just talented, he was built like a human submarine. At just 15 years old, Michael Phelps became the youngest male swimmer to qualify for the U.S. Olympic team in 68 years when he competed at the Sydney 2000 Olympics. Though he didn't medal, he placed 5th in the 200-meter butterfly, showing the world that something extraordinary was brewing. By the following year, Phelps shattered the 200-meter butterfly world record at just 15, becoming the youngest man in history to hold a swimming world record. This marked the beginning of a 2-decade era of dominance, one in which Phelps wouldn't just win races, he'd redefined the sport. At the 2004 Athens Olympics, Phelps captured 6 gold medals and 2 bronzes, shocking the world with his versatility. He became the first swimmer since Mark Spitz to dominate multiple events at a single Olympics. What made Phelps so terrifying to competitors wasn't just his speed, but his ability to excel across all 4 strokes: freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, and butterfly, making him the ultimate all-around swimmer. Athens was a warning shot. The world had met Michael Phelps, but they had no idea how far he was about to go. The 2008 Beijing Olympics is widely regarded as the single greatest performance by any athlete in history. Phelps entered the games with one goal: to win 8 gold medals, breaking Mark Spitz's 1972 record of 7. Against impossible odds, he did it. Every race was a display of precision and resilience, including the unforgettable 4x100-meter freestyle relay where teammate Jason Lezak swam the fastest relay split ever to secure gold. Phelps himself won by just 0.01 seconds in the 100-meter butterfly, a razor-thin victory that became an iconic Olympic moment. By the end of Beijing, Phelps had claimed 8 golds, cementing his status as a legend at just 23 years old. Behind every medal was an unimaginable training regimen.
I went 5 straight years without missing a single day of workout, 365 days a year. Every single day I was in the water. There are days you're not going to want to do it, sure. I mean, everybody has those days. But it's what you do on those days that help you move forward.
5 or 6 years, I went every single day without missing a single day. I was in the water on Christmas, birthday, holidays, everything. It didn't matter. When you have a goal that's important enough to you, nothing will stand in your way. I swam for over 20 years, and I can guarantee you there was probably 100 days where I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to stay in the pool or stay in my bed and not get out. But those were the days where you have to. You have to get up and do something, because I think that's really what separates the good from the great. The greats do things when they don't always want to do that.
Phelps swam 80,000 meters a week. That's nearly 50 miles, often training twice a day, every day, without a single break for 5 years. His coach, Bob Bauman, designed a program that pushed him beyond the brink of exhaustion, incorporating weightlifting, dry land exercises, and mental conditioning. Phelps consumed 12,000 calories a day during training, burning through energy like a machine.
Phelps with I forget how many calories he was eating, 10,000?
You know what's interesting? There's some cool physiology around this. The reason he needed to eat so much is not that he was burning that many calories in pure movement. It's that when you do exercise in water, even if it's warm water, the heat transfer in water is greater, so you burn far more calories. And again, here I'm admittedly lifting that from knowledge that was passed on to me by Tim Ferriss that I did not. But I checked it out, and it's absolutely true. So if you exercise in water, even if it's not really cold water, your caloric needs go way up, which is why you get out of the pool and you're often really hungry.
The discipline was brutal, but it forged him into the greatest swimmer of all time. Despite his success, Phelps's journey was not without darkness. After Beijing, he struggled with depression and identity issues, feeling immense pressure as the face of the Olympics.
After 2012, I fell into a major state of depression. That was probably the hardest fall for me. I didn't want to be in the sport anymore. I didn't want to be alive anymore.
I've never been somebody who's given up, and I didn't want to give up in that moment.
In 2014, he entered rehab after a DUI arrest, sparking global headlines. Phelps later revealed that he had battled suicidal thoughts and depression for years. His willingness to speak openly about mental health turned him into a powerful advocate, inspiring countless athletes and fans. Many doubted Phelps could maintain dominance at the 2012 London Olympics, but he proved them wrong, winning 4 gold medals and 2 silver. This brought his total to 22 medals, making him the most decorated Olympian in history. London was a test of endurance and mental strength. After briefly retiring, Phelps returned for the 2016 Rio Olympics with something to prove. Despite being older and facing a new generation of swimmers, he dominated yet again, capturing 5 gold medals and 1 silver. In Rio, Phelps became the first swimmer to win the same event at 4 consecutive Olympics, the 200-meter individual medley. His 23rd gold medal cemented his place in history as the most decorated Olympian ever. Watching him compete with icy focus and unmatched skill, Phelps's heart rate famously dropped to 38 beats per minute at rest, giving him an endurance advantage few could match. His body's buoyancy and power allowed him to glide through water more efficiently than any swimmer alive.